Joining us now is Christina Buttons, author of a very important piece, A Troubled Place, all about what's happening with the surge of Haitians into our country. Christina, welcome to the program. Please tell us about your piece.
Hi. Thanks for having me. I recently did an investigation with Christopher Rufo about Charleroi. It's a small town in Pennsylvania. The population was something over 4,000 residents in 2020. And then over the last few years, they've recently seen approximately like 2,000 predominantly Haitian migrants that moved in and sort of have established themselves with the help of local employers and nonprofits that the Biden administration has provided significant public funding to.
Okay, so I want to just play a piece of tape here of the kind of Pennsylvania town that's being overrun here. Let's play cut 91.
So many people, and there's just not enough resources. There's not enough jobs. There's not enough homes.
She's glad Trump, who she supports, has been calling attention to Charleroi and Springfield.
People need to know that it's just not Springfield. This is coming to a town near you.
What is coming to a town near you?
Haitians or immigrants that have poured over the border within the last couple of years.
Why is that a bad thing, given the fact that some would say the United States is a nation of immigrants?
They're not coming here to assimilate with us. They're coming here to take over.
So what did your investigative reporting show of what's happening in Charleroi?
Similar to what's happening in Springfield, a lot of the same complaints about lack of assimilation and car crashes into buildings. The schools are strained for resources and are in need of hiring many English as a second language interpreters to be able to accommodate so many Haitian children. But it's very similar to what's happening in Springfield and many cities across the country that have recently seen an influx of migrants into their towns.
Can you describe the NGOs? And apparently they got public money. Your piece uncovers a confluence of open border policies, NGOs, and private businesses conspiring to overwhelm a once sleepy town. Tell us about it.
Well, there are about 10 sort of national resettlement agencies that partner with the U.S. government, and between them they have about 340 local athletes across the country that work to settle migrants in. And since 2021, they've received, just these 10 organizations have received around like $5.5 billion in new awards. That's not including how much money they've received total, but just in new awards under the Biden administration. And the organization of focus in Charleroi is an organization called the Jewish Family and Community Services Pittsburgh, which began sort of traveling to Charleroi weekly for the past year and a half. And they assist immigrants there in signing up for welfare programs like SNAP and Medicaid, financial assistance, things like that. But other stuff, I'd spoken with a staffing agency that said that they regularly partner with nonprofits to help sort of procure immigrant labor for their workforce. In this case, this particular organization denies involvement in sort of the situation in Charleroi with going on with the employers. That was sort of the focus of our investigation.
So it just seems yeah, please continue, Christina. Sorry.
All right. But yeah, JFCS Pittsburgh reported about 12.5 million in 2023. But these organizations that deal with immigration, they've received substantially more money under the Biden administration than under the Trump administration, like significantly more money.
So our taxpayer dollars are helping underwrite the surge. Is that a fair way to summarize it?
Yeah, that's exactly what our money is going to.
Okay, so let's play another piece of tape here. Let's play cut 90.
America doesn't need this place, doesn't care about this place. It's just, it's a place that time forgot.
Yeah, this used to be just a nice blue-collar, middle-of-nowhere town.
In the early 80s, the steel industry started to collapse. The place became less useful for people. The population left in droves.
There's been immigrants coming in, slowly over the past 20 years or so. It has never been an issue.
Yeah.
It's never been an issue at all. And now it really has become one. But the past 2 or 3 years, it's just been a huge flood. And almost all Haitian.
Now that these core businesses are gone, the excuse for bringing them in here was, we can't get anybody to do these jobs, which I always was suspicious of. I always suspected somebody wanted some cheap labor.
Having vans pick them up to go to wherever they are going to and then returning them at all hours of the night.
Do you have any idea where they're coming from?
No.
It's all coordinated. No way around it not being coordinated at this point.
So this is all coordinated. Who in the government would you say names are doing the coordinating?
Well, in this particular instance in Charleroi, a lot of the immigrants have come through the CHNV parole program. It's the Cuban, Haitian, Nicaraguan, Venezuelan parole program. In that particular program, they had to have sort of sponsors in the United States, but these sponsors themselves can be recent immigrants. So as long as they had kind of like a U.S. address, they were able to pretty much come to the United States after some background checking. And a lot of them wound up in Charleroi through word of mouth. That's what it sort of appears to be the case, because there's this food manufacturer that hires a significant amount of migrants for his workforce, like approximately 700 employees of the 1,000 employees that work at this facility are immigrant labor hired through these staffing agencies that you see busing people around the town, that the footage from America 2-100 captured.
How can people find out more from your work, Christina?
I typically write for City Journal, and I have additional reporting coming out on with Chris Rufo, in the coming weeks. And we have a interview that we did with a Haitian migrant who worked for this employer that has been sort of like bringing in all of these immigrants and housing them, evicting residents in order to house some of the migrant workforce. So we have an interview coming out this week with him that will provide more context and more details on the situation in Charleroi.
It is America Last. Christina, thank you so much.